Welcome to your CCPS Science Review Lab. So I had an awesome idea. I thought I would make s'mores. So I looked up a recipe, and it said if I had one large marshmallow and one graham cracker and one candy bar, chocolate obviously, I could make one serving of s'mores. So now, based on that recipe, how many people do you think I could feed with one marshmallow, one graham cracker, and one 1.5 ounce chocolate candy bar? Well, that would be one serving, so it means I could feed one person. Biology works kind of the same way when we're talking about limiting factors. Okay, we're going to say, for example, let's imagine that we want to bake as many cakes as we can for a big party that we're having. And we're going to use the recipe that I have over here. Our recipe takes 12 eggs, 4 cups of butter, some flour, milk, and baking soda. Now these are the only ingredients that I have available. What's the highest number of cakes that I can make? Well, if I look over here, it says that, we have 12 eggs. It's going to take 2 eggs per cake, so I can make 6 cakes, right? I'm limited because of the number of ingredients that I have, because I only have 12 eggs. Now, we're not just going to look at the eggs. We also have to look at the rest of the ingredients, correct? Now, it says as I go down, I've only got 2 cups of milk. And my ingredients say that I need half a cup for each cake. Well, that means I can only really have 4 cakes, because then I run out of milk. So it doesn't matter how many eggs I have, I run out of milk. So I am limited by the amount of milk that I have. An ecosystem works very similarly. Resources in an ecosystem are never unlimited. So an ecosystem can only support a certain number of organisms. If a population were to get bigger than that, then there's not going to be enough resources to support all of the organisms. Okay, so the resources that determine the maximum population for a specific ecosystem is called its limiting factor. In our case, yes, we could make 6 cakes with the amount of eggs that we had, but our limiting factor was our milk, because we could only make 4 cakes with that. Now, common limiting factors would be sunlight, climate, temperature, food, soil chemistry, the amount of space that an organism takes up. Now, the one that sticks to me and makes me feel like a little weird is this idea of sunlight. How can sunlight be a limiting factor? Well, if you think about it, Florida, in the middle of summer, we get tons and tons and tons of sunlight, and really we get great sunlight all year round. But think of someplace more in the northern latitudes, like Alaska, someplace like that, where in the wintertime, they hardly have any sunlight at all. So for a plant that is going to require photosynthesis for its energy and its food, we're going to end up having that sunlight be a limiting factor. If there's not enough sunlight for the plants to photosynthesize, then they're not going to be able to grow and develop, and obviously they would die. So that's one example of how sunlight can be a limiting factor. Now, here's your chance to show what you know about limiting factors. Look at our picture here. We've maybe seen it before in other videos. What are 2 limiting factors that could impact the organisms in this picture? Go ahead and good luck. Show what you know.